Yo, what's up? Duff here. I have in front of me an InMotion V9 and a MOSFET Aero. I've been threatening to do a video for quite a while to let you know how these two wheels compare. So we're going to do that right now. Okay, these two wheels have come out relatively close, a month or two apart. Both are a similar wheel where they are, the V9, I believe, is actually advertised as a 16-inch wheel, whereas the Aero is advertised as a 14-inch wheel, I think. I'll double check that. I think the V9 is technically 16 inches. They're similar in weight. The V9 is right around 50 pounds. This MOSFET Aero is about 55 pounds. So they're similar, very similar wheels as far as their profile goes. Both wheels have suspension. The MOSFET Aero uses a hydraulic suspension similar to a Fast Ace setup with mid-mount suspension. The suspension on the V9 is also mid-mount, but it's air shocks. Where you have an upper and lower chamber that you use to alter your compression and your rebound based on the air pressure. The hydraulic system on the apex is more configurable with dials that allow you to kind of tune the suspension a little more to a more precise degree than you can in the V9. The shocks on the Aero have an adjustment up top for preload, for rebound, and also compression down here on the bottom, which I just found out about last week, something like that. So if I was going to compare the suspensions of the two wheels, I would say that the Aero is slightly better. As far as the convenience features on the wheels, let's get this out of here. EUC Army, you know where you can get your stands? Oh yeah, the V9 and the MOSFET Aero both fit on an EUC Army stand, just FYI. Convenience features. Turn on the Aero for a second. Okay, so the Aero has a nice headlight, modern looking, adjustable. You can swivel it up and down. I actually did a night ride on the Aero last night and used that headlight. Worked very well. Also has a very unique trolley handle where basically the top shell transforms into a trolley handle, and it's actually very secure feeling, works well, and when you're not using it, you just snap it down into place. The wheel has, again, a modern looking tail light. You can change the function of the lights on the Aero. You can change the color of the tail light, the behavior of the tail light. You can also put this into stealth mode where you have no lights whatsoever. I know to some people that is appealing. Has a LCD screen similar to what is on veteran suspension wheels. Very similar, but different at the same time, as you can see from the video here that I'm showing you. And yeah, as far as features go, that's like amenities, I would say. That's as far as you go with amenities on a Aero. All right, let's talk about amenities on the InMotion V9. Trolley handle, functional. A little shorter than what's on the Aero. You don't have as much of a gripping surface, but it works. InMotion has used similar trolley styles for a lot of their wheels over the years, and this works just fine. You can release it with one hand and put it back with one hand as well if you want to. The display on this, it shows less information than what is on an Aero, but there's a trade-off because it's more readable. It's very front-facing. It shows you the speedometer, and then it shows you the battery level in both a bar graph and a percentage, which is nice. It has a nice, precise way to tell exactly how much battery you have. You cannot do that on the Aero. On the Aero, you're just reading bars and guessing where you're at. Although you could use the app, I guess, if you have an Android phone. Currently, it doesn't support iOS. As far as other features on the V9, it does have a cool LED light that you can change the behavior. I just have it as a solid orange to match the orange here and the orange on the front of the wheel. Headlight, like I said, the headlight on this is adjustable as well. You can tilt it up and down. It has the daytime running light function, which I like. This is a V14 headlight. I like this headlight. I think it's cool in its own way. I would say that's very similar as far as its appeal to what's on the Aero. Some other features that the V9 has. Well, let me just say, let me compare this, because I consider this a feature, is the app. The InMotion app is much more robust than what you get with the NOSFET app, at least currently. A lot more features, it's just better laid out. And the V9 has the feature where it has a cellular modem inside. It's not a Find My configuration like the latest Kingsong wheels, but it has its own dedicated cellular modem that allows you to track your wheel. In the unfortunate situation if it was stolen, you would actually have the ability to track your wheel through the app. That's pretty cool. Aero does not have that. And finally, if you're the type of person that likes to listen to music, the V9 has built-in speakers. They're not great speakers, but they work well enough. They sound good. And the InMotion V9 has the what's it called? Group Sync. I believe it's called Group Sync, Play Sync, something like that, where if you had multiple InMotion wheels that support Group Sync, you can have them all playing the same music, you know, which would be kind of cool in a group ride situation, I guess. I don't know how often you would need it, but that is another cool feature on the V9. Oh, one other thing, I'm going to engage the lift switch, which is integrated into the handle of the V9. It's very convenient. Other InMotion wheels support that. I think that's the best way to do a lift switch, because as soon as you lift it, you are engaging it. There is a lift button on the Aero, but it's on the top control panel, so you have to consciously hit that kill switch and then you can lift it up. So it's kind of a two-step process with the Aero, so I think that's better executed on the V9. All right, let's talk about the pedals on the wheels. The pedals on the Aero have not received a lot of praise. They're kind of unconventional. You know, a lot of modern pedals, they kind of have a mesh configuration. This is more solid with kind of rounded off nubs. They're not really spikes, but they're nubs. For someone like me, I'm not a hardcore off-road rider. If you are, this would probably not be enough for you. But if you aren't, the pedals work just fine for me. I haven't had a comfort issue or a grip issue with those pedals at all. Okay, when you hop over here to look at the V9 pedals, more conventional, you know, with a grid pattern, more spikes, I would say. Yeah, these are actually have more of an edge to them than what is on the Aero, which is kind of ironic, because if anything, yeah, the Aero is much more suited for, or would appeal more to, an off-road rider, I would say. Whereas V9, I would not say it's a great off-wheel road, a great off-wheel. I can get this. It's not a great off-road wheel just by its design. I wouldn't consider it to be designed for off-road, but these pedals are probably a little grippier than what's on the Aero. Okay, so I would say personally, based on amenities, things that you get with the wheel, the V9 actually has more features, more amenities than the Aero, in my opinion. Now it's a matter of if those features are that important to you or not. Now, where the Aero excels and has a significant edge over the V9 is in its power and battery. This is a 126 volt system with an 1100 watt hour battery. This is only a 750 watt hour battery and an 84 volt subsystem. This is a 1000 watt motor. I believe this is a 2000, don't quote me, I think this is a 2000 watt motor. So there's a significant performance difference between these two wheels. The Aero, if higher performance is important to you, the Aero is going to give you higher performance. Top speed on the Aero, I believe, is listed at 34 miles an hour, I think. And the top speed on the V9 is 28 miles an hour. For me, a wheel this size, I'm not going to normally cruise much more than 25 miles an hour, so either wheel will fit the bill for me. But if you're looking to cruise 30 miles an hour, the Aero is the only one of these two wheels that can do that for you. As far as my seat of the pants experience, I could feel the Aero has more power, but the V9, in every situation when I'm just riding around in a commuter style, I never felt like, oh, this is underpowered or this is terribly slow. It never felt that way to me. So, but the Apex, there's no doubt it has a significant performance advantage over the V9. When you look at the wheels head on, as far as their width goes, I guess I can be scientific about this. Let me be scientific, hold on. All right, let's measure the, it's kind of hard because this is a rounded shell, so I'm eyeballing it. This is around 6 inches wide, to the best I can tell. This is about 7. The Aero is about 7 inches wide. So the Aero is slightly thicker. If you're in a scenario where you want to throw a wheel in a locker, for example, the V9 will be able to do so easier than the Aero. 6 is less than 7, right? So now while we're in this profile, this front profile, you can see, let me back up and let me go up. Another significant difference between these wheels, but this is subjective, and that is how the wheels look, the visuals. I've always said that, yes, it's nice when a wheel looks cool, but it's not the most important thing. If a wheel rides great, if a wheel gets great range, just my experience riding the wheel is more important to me than how it looks. That being said, to me, the Nosfed Aero is probably one of the coolest designs ever visually. Sweeping curves, the side panel treatment, even though if you have pads on there, you're gonna probably lose a lot of that, but I think the Aero has a clear visual advantage as far as its appeal visually. The V9, when I first saw this, like renders of this, I thought, oh wow, that's just not that cool. But really, when I saw it in person, I like it. I like it, not as much as the Aero, but I like it. I think the V9 is kind of unique, utilitarian, almost, I don't know, a little retro, I guess, but I am not turned off by the V9 visuals. But I do recognize that the Aero is clearly a better looking wheel. Engage the kill switch, there we go. So it's not hard on the Aero, just a little bit more steps. As I mentioned, not only is performance a consideration for some people, but also range, of course. You know, depending on your use case, more range might be important to you. And if you're looking at range numbers on I've done range tests on both of these. Both of the range tests, I kept my speed mostly in the low 20s. When I did the range test on the 750 watt-hour V9, I got 24.2 miles on this wheel. And I was going very slow at the end, but I got 24.2. If I wanted to go even slower, I probably could have squeezed out 25 miles. On the Aero, I got 31 miles. This did better than I expected it to do. I thought with the higher speeds, more powerful subsystem, more powerful motor, that I would not get that kind of mileage. I got 31 miles, and it almost seemed like it has the long range mode that other Librachem wheels have, because even though I had no bars on the display, I was still rolling along without beeps going, I don't know, 15 miles an hour, 10, 15 miles an hour, more than like, yeah, 15. And yeah, 31 miles in that state. So if you want more range, the Aero will give you more range. All right, so that brings us to the big question, right? What is the big question? Which wheel is better? And to be honest, it might sound like a cop-out, but this is the honest truth, and the answer is, it depends. It depends on what you are looking for in a wheel. It depends on what is important to you. It depends on your financial situation, because there's also a significant difference in cost between these wheels. When the V9 first came out, it was $12.99. I saw, at least for a couple weeks now, InMotion has been selling this wheel for $1,099. $1,099 at like a Father's Day promotion. That's crazy good value. Like if you are a value-minded person, this wheel gives you some of the best value out there, in my opinion. Better value than the Aero, clearly. And my light is flickering. Yeah, this light flickers sometimes. It's annoying, I hardly ever use it. So anyways, yeah, if you're looking for the most value, the most features, this wheel has a lot more features than the Aero, while costing, what's an Aero cost? What's the cheapest you can get an Aero? $18.99 maybe, depending on where you get it, maybe $2,000. This is close to half the price of this wheel. That's significant to me. If you are looking for a higher performance wheel that still is lightweight, Lots of fun to ride, has a better suspension, great looking. Like I said, probably the best looking wheel that I can remember in a very long time. The Aero fits the bill. You know, if you want higher speed, if you want to go off-road, I think this wheel is definitely more suited to off-road than the V9. So, but it costs more money. So it all depends on what's important, you know, what your reality is. And, but I can tell you, neither one of these wheels is a bad choice. It really is not a bad choice. I like them both. Depending on the situation, like if I'm just doing just a real calm commute somewhere, just want to get there, just want to relax, chill out, V9 is great for that. It really is. If I want to have a little bit more fun, once I put pads in this thing, the Aero is going to be more fun because it's going to be zippier, it's going to have better suspension and all that kind of stuff. So really my answer is it depends on your situation, but I don't think you would be disappointed in either wheel because they both have a lot of good things about them. Those are my thoughts on the V9 versus the Aero. Now that I've finally done this video, this weekend possibly I'm going to have another wheel to talk about, and I'm excited about this wheel. There's some very surprising things about this wheel that I did not expect, but based on everything that I'm seeing and hearing, I think I'm going to like it a lot, so stay tuned for that. So anyways, if you found this video interesting, think about giving it a big thumbs up. If this is your first time visiting the channel, please consider subscribing. And if you're going to subscribe, hit the notify bell that's over there somewhere. Feel free to leave your comments, suggestions, ideas, and thoughts below. Big thanks to my channel members. My channel members are right over there. Channel members get early access to videos, they get perks and live streams. Speaking of live streams, yes, I know I'm overdue to do one. I'll do one, don't worry. But yeah, members get various perks, and of course they get my undying appreciation. I really appreciate your support. It's very much appreciated. Well, I just said that. If you made it to the end of the video, that's the best thing you can do for a creator is watch the video till the end. Now, of course, if a video is boring, it's not keeping your attention, don't watch it till the end. But if you made it to the end of this video, put #compare in the comments and I will know you made it to the end of the video. And again, thank you very much. I think that's all I have for now. I hope you have a great week. And until next time, Duckman out. Finally did it. Ooh.